All right, everybody, we are in here in Scudero di Francuzzo or SVB as it's going to be known from now on, the stables of Frank Ball. So we're here with Vance Stepp, the owner of VanceSteps.com, soon to be published. Vance, tell us, how do we come to find this car? Or did I find it or did you find it?
So this car found you with my
This
help.
car found me, yeah. No, you found this car. Tell us the whole deal on this.
So Frank, I met you a couple years ago at a car show in Atlanta, and we talked about getting you in more of an exotic car that would be a pretty good investment.
So he did not like the Beast. Actually, he did like the Beast. He thinks it's bad as shit, but he's like, you need to get into a Ferrari, which then we ended up in half a Lamborghini, half an Audi. And then keep going.
I said, Frank, you need to get in a manual Ferrari because not only is it one of the best driving experiences, but also as an investment, it's hard to beat when it comes to automobile.
Totally agree.
And so I told Frank we need to start looking at the 348 Ferrari, and so he started checking those out.
I did. Flew to Denver, looked at a Giulia 348. It had been repainted. The car looked too clean, too good, and just didn't seem right, so I passed on it.
But Frank, unlike most Ferrari owners, he wants to actually drive his car. So he thought that car was too pristine for Frank to enjoy it. And so after talking to Frank more and more, I realized that if he wants to drive his car on the Crown Rally, that he needs a more modern, reliable car, which would have to be an F430 or a 360 Ferrari. And I basically told Frank, it comes down to whichever you prefer. Do you prefer a paddle shift car or do you prefer the manual transmission? And he said, I want the manual, Vance. And I said, the 360 Ferrari is a no-brainer. You know, it's the best bang for the buck. And, you know, it's right now is probably the best time to buy. You know, it's only going to go up from here.
I agree.
And so, I mean, Frank really took advantage of the timing on this car. And, I mean, he got a hell of a deal on a 6-speed manual 360 coupe.
And it's clean. Needs a tiny bit of work. Most of the sticky buttons have been done. There's a couple that need to be done. We've already bought a body kit. Everybody, I think, saw that. I'll tell you what it came down to me on is I looked at the 430, and I think the 430 is a beautiful car. Very modern looking car. I think there's aspects and lines of the 430 that are just incredible. But the 360 is like the first new modern era car to me.
There's pros and cons to both. And the 430, you have a little bit more modern car. You have the timing chain on the engine.
Right.
It's cheaper to own and operate, but the 360 is more like the old school Ferrari. It is more of a headache, but it is more like a race car. It's like the Enzo Ferrari. You know, the sound of this car is just
crazy.
I mean, it sounds like an F1 car. This car has an aftermarket exhaust. Come around. We'll check
Here,
out
let's go check this thing out. Let's take a quick look at what's going on in the business end of this car.
Here we have a 40-valve V8, 3.6 liter, pushing out 400 horsepower. Aftermarket X-pipe.
Titanium X-pipe, even.
Yeah, let it breathe a little bit better. This
Yeah.
thing really opens it up. And, you know, nothing sounds as good as this car does on wide open throttle.
Yeah, we got out and drove this thing a little bit earlier, and a little tail happy, huh?
The way you like to drive, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a driving car. It's, you know, the Bull and the Beast are tame. Those are, you know, you got an 06 and a 2014, and they're very easy to drive. I'd say that the Porsche is a driver's car over top of the Audi, but this is a true driver's car. This takes me back when I was racing, and I got to remember, you know, as I get into this thing, the car just always feels unsettled. Could be a little bit of cold tires and other stuff, but it really feels unsettled.
It's a very mechanical car. This car does not have all the electronic assists like a modern car will. You know, it's really you and the car and the wheels. You know what I mean? It's you and the road, and that's it. You know, that's the only thing between you and the road is this amazing car.
Well, it'll put the power down quick, won't it?
Oh, yeah.
And it sounds good doing it. We got a couple of videos today. I'm going to get this posted out there, but everybody needs to start following Vance. If you're looking for a 360 or 430, he knows everything about these cars that there is to know for the most part. Young guy, don't judge a book by its cover, because he taught me a lot on these. And Vance found this car. So we're about to give Vance a little bonus here. And what's our agreement, though? I'm going to give you this, but what's our agreement?
My agreement is that Frank is going to help me build a business of helping car guys acquire their dream car, such as it may be a 360, it may be a F430, it may even be a 458, whatever somebody is interested in. I have a lot of experience in acquiring and selling cars, so I know what to look for. I know the do's and don'ts when buying a Ferrari. I know the options people want. I know the service history, what it needs to look like. I know the stuff this car came with, so whenever you buy a car, it's not like you're walking in blind to a new territory.
Yeah, well, I'm totally pleased. The only thing I'm not pleased with, I'll talk to the folks about that I bought the car from, but just a little bit of a misunderstanding on one thing, but not a big deal. But this thing is good. It's super clean. This car's, it's built in 1999. It's a 30-year-old car.
And I mean,
right?
That being said,
or 20-year-old car.
20-year-old.
I just want to make sure you're paying attention. I'm old.
This car is about my age, and it really shows very well for its age.
Well, we've built out the stall here pretty good. So, if you take a look across the scuderia here, our stable, it's filled in a little bit, but this fits very, very, very well. It's definitely you can't call it the Stallion. I mean, this thing's really it's a very, very, very peppy little car.
Absolutely, and I'm very happy you were able to make this dream happen, Frank.
Me too. I appreciate you helping with it. This is Frankie Balls, so Frankie Ferrari. I don't know if that's going to stick. We got to figure out something new. But Vance Stepp, Vance going to be owner of VanceStepp.com, and he's going to get the website up. Be sure to follow him. He's got to get some more stuff out there on YouTube, do some vlogging. But if you're in the market for a high-end car, don't go it alone. Go find somebody that can actually help you make a good decision on it, and we're appreciating it. Peace out from the lesbian cowboy. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Frank.